So today I would like to talk about Coca-Cola and what is in Coca-Cola and why it is bad for you. Um, Whenever I go out to restaurants or to public events or just out in general anywhere in a public area, I'm constantly, besides adults drinking Coca-Cola, I'm constantly seeing toddlers and children drinking Coca-Cola. Not just teenagers, not just adults, but kids that are too small to really know what it does. I mean, it is the parents' duty to know, but I just don't think that a lot of parents realize, besides all the sugar in Coke, what else is in Coca-Cola. Um, so yeah, just the other day I saw a little girl. She had to only be about 3 years old. Um, and she was drinking a Coke. But the strange thing about it was that she pretty much just gulped the entire thing down in less than 20 minutes. And it was like 9:30 at night. So my first thought was, well, she's never going to sleep. And then my second thought, of course, was, wow, she's really used to drinking soda. I wonder how much soda she drinks normally. So what all is in Coca-Cola besides caffeine and sugar? Um, well, how much sugar is in Coke? 39 grams is in 1 can of Coca-Cola. That is a lot of sugar. And most adults drink more than 1 Coke a day. So a lot of people, they say, moderation is key, which I do agree, and they are right, but how good is moderation of a bad thing? I just don't think people realize how terrible the ingredients really are. Coca-Cola is one of the most recognizable brands across the world. Okay, they are a very powerful company, wealthy company, successful company. So, how good is moderation if it's of such a bad thing? I watched a documentary the other day, and it was called Fast Food Babies, and it was about children that, since they were able to eat solid foods, had only been fed fast food and Coca-Cola by their parents. So I recommend that documentary. So back on subject. I'm going to start out with caramel coloring. Now, it doesn't sound very threatening. When you think of caramel, you think of, oh, that's really good on cakes. It's not the same caramel coloring. It actually has nothing to do with caramel. It's just a coloring, strictly used for cosmetic purposes. So I'm going to go through the list of what's in Coke and what it does to you, and since there's so much, I'm probably going to do a different video about the separate chemicals, because there's just so much information. So, caramel color. The Center for Science and the Public Interest revealed that popular sodas like Coke, Diet Coke, Pepsi, and Diet Pepsi contain potentially dangerous amounts of carcinogenic caramel coloring. CSPI tested levels of 4-methimidazole, 4-MI, and 2-MI in cans of soda in Washington, D.C. grocery stores, and all 4 soda brands contained more than 100 micrograms 4-MI. U.S. National Toxicology Program determined both chemicals cause liver, thyroid, and lung tumors in rats. The FDA has claimed the amount of 4-MI and 2-MI found in products is not enough to match doses linking cancer and rodents. Okay, so methimidazole is a byproduct of pressurized treatment combining sugar and ammonia, and makes two compounds. And those two compounds, as I just mentioned, are 4-MI and 2-MI. Okay, so California has already added this chemical to their list of cancer-causing chemicals. The Center for Science and Public Interest says one can contains more than 8 times the accepted amount, and it contains 130 micrograms. That's one can. CSPI has filed a petition to ban caramel coloring, asking the FDA, and the FDA has only responded by it would consider it, which probably means that won't happen unless something really big is done about it or said about it. So what else is in Coca-Cola? Phosphates. Too much phosphoric acid can take the calcium out of your bones, meaning osteoporosis later in life. It can also rot teeth, increase risk of kidney stones, and it can remove paint and rust from metal as well. Sodium benzoate. This is added to soda and even some bottled teas. It's a preservative. It has been shown to cause cell damage, and it speeds the aging process. It has also been linked to cancer, cirrhosis, and Parkinson's disease. Okay, so aspartame, really horrible chemical, and it's in most diet sodas. Okay, so it's a non-caloric sweetener. Some of the things it's caused is epilepsy, brain tumors, effects on the nervous system. Some symptoms listed on the Aspartame Consumer Safety Network fact sheet are headaches, nausea, seizures, personality changes, depression, loss or change of taste. Consuming by healthy infants and pregnant women has also been listed to be risky. High fructose corn syrup. It is a preservative and a sweetener. Studies show that a diet high in high fructose corn syrup may lead a body to develop resistance to a protein called leptin, which controls your appetite. So it has been linked to obesity and heart disease. Study in the Clinical Epigenetics Journal has also linked this chemical to autism. According to the study, HFCS, high fructose corn syrup, mercury in vaccines, and agricultural pesticides contribute to autism. And of course, try to make this a semi-short video, but I haven't even gotten into Coca-Cola's company practices or the herbicides or where these chemicals even come from. So as you can see, one can of Coke contains a lot of questions and not a lot of answers about how much is in there, how much of what is in there, and where does it come from. So what I will suggest drink some freshly brewed coffee, drink some tea, green tea, chai tea. There's so many different options. Most of all, drink some water. Water is a very important role in our bodies, how our body works, and how it heals itself. Water is a vital and key role. So I'm going to read one last thing, and it's called What Happens When You Drink 1 Can of Coke. In 10 minutes, the sugar hits your system. Most of your recommended daily intake, if not all. You don't vomit because the phosphoric acid cuts the flavor, allowing you to keep it down. In 20 minutes, your blood sugar spikes, causing an insulin burst. Your liver responds by turning sugar to fat. And eventually you have sugar crash. I do not like Coca-Cola. I have not drank Coca-Cola besides with liquor in it, which I've also quit because of the horrible way that it made me feel in the sugar crash. So I hope this was helpful, and I'll do some videos about the different chemicals specifically, because there's too much information to put on one video about all that's in Coke. So thank you for watching.